Hey, shalom, shalom. Let me get a one if you can hear me. Let me get a one. Let me get a one. Shalom, shalom. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true 12 lost tribes of the Bible, according to the Bible. We aren't affiliated with any other Christianized organization, Muslim mosque, or any of the other fake coward Israelite groups. We are 1 West, where the home of the truth.
Right.
Today and always, I am Officer 50 Ashaya Allah. This is Brotherhood class today. And so much as Brotherhood, this is Pride Month. And because I'm your brother and I love you, I'm gonna show my pride and tell you the reason why the Pride Month, as far as LGBT, homosexuality, lesbianism, XYZ, is a failure in the Black community, is a disgusting trait from your heathen Egyptians and your Romans.
Right.
And Egyptians is so-called Africans, and your Romans are so-called the oppressor, the Caucasian. Black sisters and Black brothers need to come to an understanding that LGBT is trash. Pride Month is trash. Our uncles and aunts went through the whole civil rights movement to fight for our freedom, which didn't mean a damn because they was doing it the wrong way, because they wasn't following these laws, statutes, commandments, out of the Holy Bible. They wasn't following it. But LGBT get the same rights, not only the same right, Akkad, they get more rights than your Black behind, than your brown Hispanic behind, and your Native Indian behind. A homosexual that's living an alternative, filthy, disgusting lifestyle got more rights, got more love and respect than you do.
Right.
You know why? You know why? Because your Christian churches. Not only your Christian churches, a lot of y'all are weak parents that would say, I won't disown my son or my daughter because they want to be a homosexual or a lesbian. When you should. You should disown them. You know why? Because if you don't want to disown them, you want to accept what they got going on, you might just be a suspect. You might be the same homosexual or lesbian, whatever the hell you want to be called. You might be the same as them. Do you serve the creator or do you serve the creature? Because the creator could kill the creature. Right. The creature lied about every goddamn thing. Look at the crack epidemic. Look at the creature lying about the whole damn Germans killing the so-called Jews when they were Jewish to be like. Y'all follow each and everybody else when it comes to these false philosophies because you want to be accepted by the Caucasian man. Damn the Caucasian. Damn the oppressor. Damn anybody who ain't black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Because they not important. And if you feel like they important, you are the problem today in this class.
Right.
If you feel like LGBT belongs with Black Lives Matter and NAACP and women empowerment and all this stuff, you are the problem. You know why you're the problem? Because you feel like Tyler Perry supposed to get the same rights as you, woman, and you got a box between your legs. You sit here and worship whatever that Down syndrome looking behind brother on Facebook thinking it's cute. You support Kevin Gates because you think he got sex appeal or he's a sex factor when he was completely talking about he'll swallow a man's rod after him and Drika broke up. You the problem. You the problem. For all you down low men that say it ain't nothing wrong with getting head or receiving fellatio. Let me be politically correct because we got children in. You the problem. For all you men that go down doing 20, 30, 40 years and just say, oh, you on bust another brother until you get out, you're the problem. And you want to know why you're the problem? Because you're going to find out today. You're going to find out.
Right.
Because you have a mental health issue. You have a mental health issue. They like to say, oh, I'm born this way.
Right.
I'm born this way. Why the hell a tree ain't born upside down? Why is the tree not born? Why do we not walk backwards? Why don't fish live in the sky? But if they were born that way. You got some animals that have to live in the water that could come on land because they was born that way. Because they was born that way. A man has one hole that's used to use the bathroom. And you mean to tell me another man's supposed to go up in his sewage drain and say, oh, I was born this way is okay? Meanwhile, you got a woman, not saying, again, sister, don't think that I'm belittling you, I'm minimizing your worth, because I'm not. You're the most precious Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian sisters of any woman in the world, in history, ever. But you're neglecting the use of that beautiful, luster-skinned woman to put your rod inside a man, a hairy, groaning and grunting behind man.
Right.
And saying you like it. That's a mental illness. That's a mental illness. You know you hurting yourself. You don't like that. Your mom is an ain't-ish mother. Your daddy wasn't in your life, and your pastor put his hands on you.
Right.
That's the issue. Go ahead. You got that? I mean, my bad, man. I'm live right now. I'm live. Salakia. But again, today is LGBT. You know what I'm saying? Part two. This is where we're going to go in the origin of it. And not only we're going into the origin of it, we're going to go into the whole setups on behalf of the statistics of it. And the actual facts. Let me say that. The actual facts.
Right.
Damn, I left that other phone at the house. I need that. I need that information. I can use it for next week, though. No, it's a psychological thing.
Okay.
Go ahead and go to that first link. The first link. If you support homosexuality, then you are the problem. You are the problem, yo. And the reason why I say you're the problem because how can you accept something that's not right?
Right.
How can you say my friend is my cousin or my brother, sister, this and that, and they're GAY, and you're okay with it? If you're okay with the problem, then you're the cause of the problem. And if you're the cause of the problem, 9 times out of 10, you have an opportunity to persuade yourself to be a problem. Like they say, trisexual, try anything, try.
Right.
You'll take a receipt. Man, women, and dogs. What? You know you got that.
This is homosexuality on Wikipedia. Homosexuality is a romantic attraction.
A romantic. The root word romantic is Roman.
Right.
Just like Valentine's Day, they say, oh, it's romance. It's romantic. No, the hell it's not. It's about buying women or with chocolates, money to get some box. There's nothing romantic about it. Sisters, what's romantic is a man that's gonna teach you the truth. A man who's gonna honor you or empower you or take his time or rub your goddamn feet or cook every now and then for you. That is romantic.
Right.
Or he-mantic or brew-mantic. I don't know, whatever. You know how Judites is, Israel, we make up stuff.
Right.
Go ahead.
Sexual attraction.
A romantic sexual attraction. Hold on real quick. A romantic sexual attraction. You can be attracted and you can be wooed and have a passion for somebody off of just where their mind state at. You can court somebody 2, 3, 4, 5 months and get attracted to them more than sex before you had sex with them.
Right.
So it's a romantic attraction. What the hell you think they talking about? This is LGBT. Go ahead, out.
Or sexual behavior.
Sexual behavior. Go ahead.
Between members of the same sex or gender.
How is it romance or sexual attraction to the same member, the same man who got a rod like you or a woman got the same breasts as you? Attractive. Just last week I brought out the simple fact that it's under the IDC, that is a international whatever, you know what I'm saying, disease. It is a disease to be a homosexual. Go ahead. Under the two of the same. Hold on real quick. And by the way, a lot of people want to say homo in what language? What language was it? Homo in Latin is human. But in the stanza of homosexuality, homo means the same, right. And it comes from Greek. Homo is the same in Latin. The root word of homosexual is homo. It means Greek. It means the same. So, Akai, I was telling my rib about this earlier. When a lot of people say, oh, you're homophobic, they say phobia is something you're scared of.
Right.
But they use the homo as if you're scared of man. But no, how are you scared of man?
Right.
The person who's homophobic isn't the one who doesn't want to indulge in it. The one who homophobic is the one who's the goddamn homosexual.
Right.
Because it ain't the fact that somebody straight is afraid of what 2 men or 2 women doing. The person that chooses to like the same gender as them are afraid. You are homophobic.
Right. Right.
You're scared of what's natural. That's the problem.
Right.
So when it comes to this whole, you're homophobic, this and that, straight people don't want to see 2 men goddamn putting their tongue in each other's mouth. You homophobic because you don't want to put your tongue down what's natural, which is a woman.
Right.
A potential woman. That's the problem. And like I said, homo in Latin clearly show that it means human. But right here we're talking about homo in Greek. It means the same. Because America, they want to build and put it in this whole facade as if all words mean the same. No, the hell it don't.
Right.
And they use that for dumb, simple Negroes that don't want to read and educate themselves. And I don't want to talk to y'all like this, but I'm talking to the homosexual. Because y'all get a whole goddamn month for nothing just to bend the hell over and put some plastic in. Versus the people who are really out here in these streets, like my brothers and my generals, my captains and my officers, the rest of them, they out here and they don't get no praise. They don't get no honor. And you sit here and spit at us and talk down on them. Meanwhile, you talk to a weak man who 300 pounds like Kevin Gates bending over talking about eating another man goddamn rod.
Right.
And you think he deserved that? Man, you're filthy. You're filthy. And America shall burn. And I pray it burn goddamn now.
Right.
Right now. Every last one of y'all that indulge in it, drop dead according to what the Lord's saying. Because y'all want to live on grace period thing. Y'all got time. I got time today. The Lord always got time. And today I got time. The Lord always got time. Go ahead.
Go.
Uh-huh.
As a sexual orientation, homosexuality is an enduring pattern of emotional, romantic, and or sexual attraction to people of the same sex. It also refers to a person's sense of identity based on those attractions. Related behaviors and membership is a community of others who share those attractions.
Membership. You go to Costco, you go to Sam's Club, you go to BJ's. BJ's is up north for some of y'all don't know. It's like Sam Club or whatever. You need memberships for that. Now they talking about membership for LGBT. Man, look, go ahead. Y'all know what I want to say. You got it?
Oh, God. Along with bisexuality and heterosexuality, homosexuality is one of the three main categories of the sexual orientation. Within the three heterosexual.
Hold up. Now, the black, brown, black, Hispanic, Navy, Indian brother and sister, they said homosexuality is one of the three main what?
It's one of the three main categories of sexual orientation.
Now, just the other day I found out it was 32 on one sheet of paper. Then turned around and did a class last week. Y'all seen it was 33. Then the brother Marcus brought me out to par, and he said it's 72. They make it seem like homosexuality is 3 out of 1,000 when it's only one alternate, and then not even one alternate. It ain't even, it's one, and then you got two. You living a natural lifestyle or alternate lifestyle. Right. And they try to make it seem like it's a bunch. They try to accumulate so many ways for you to be confused that don't make a damn. It don't make sense.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Homosexuality is one of the three main categories of sexual orientation within the heterosexual homosexual continuum. Scientists do not know yet the exact cause of the sexual orientation, but they theorize that it is caused by a complex of interplay of genetic, hormonal, and environmental influences.
Environmental influences. You go over that real quick. Go ahead and take a sip out. They about to feel this one. Environmental influence. Y'all know y'all Uncle Rodney? That meet up on Christmas, Thanksgiving? Yeah, Uncle Rodney, you know what I'm saying? The one that always want to tuck you in and he come in your room about 2:30. That's environmental influence. You know your older cousin Brandon? That's environmental influence. You know your Aunt Tammy? That's environmental influence. You know your Christian pastor that say God love everybody? That's environmental influence. You know you that say homosexuality, you're going to support your kid and you ain't going to disown them? You know what? You're an environmental influence. Just like D-Wade's son, the media, you accepting your child to be like that, you are environmental influence. And guess what? You hate your child. Mm-hmm. How in the unholy hell can you birth a child and allow them to do whatever? When I was growing up, my mom and dad say, boy, I brought you into the world, I'll take you out. Right. Now it's to the point to where you can bring a child in the world and you'll let another man, AIDS or HIV, take him out. Or like the sister in Texas, you'll let a goddamn Hamite chop her body up and take her out because she want to sell her goddamn box. Right. And she thinks she ain't got no value. That's what women empowerment LGBT do. Right. You don't understand who you is and the true value of yourself. And it's filthy and it's disgusting. Right. Because it don't even take common sense. It don't take common sense. It's basic. It's understanding. Go ahead.
Although no single theory on the cause of sexual orientation has yet gained widespread support, scientists favor biologically based theories. There is considerably more evidence supporting the non-social biological cases of sexual orientation than social ones, especially for males. There is no substantive.
Hey, if you select, scroll down to Carl Ulrich. If you see him, he highlighted.
Said Carl Ulrich.
Yeah, it should be somewhere. After, you know what I'm saying, like, you know how they blow up the screen and show like statistics and things like that. You'll see Carl Ulrich. Or you just start at 19th century if you want. Roman Empire. It's like a little portrait.
Oh, you talking about the next link?
No, it's on the same one. You see like it's them two Europeans being filthy. Come. Let me hop on with you real quick. So like if y'all, you know what I'm saying, we just got a lot of information going right now, you know, a lot of nasty, filthy stuff going on this month. Disgusting trash. I think it's the next one.
Okay, the next, the history.
Shit, let me see it. Let me see it going on. Definitely. You was on it.
I was.
Hold on, make sure, man. Either that or history. Oh yeah. Here you go. That's what the juice at. Yeah. The history, and then you go down to the bottom of Africa. Slocky, y'all. Yeah. Read to it get to Africa.
You talking about after the picture?
Can.
Alright, calm down. And you want to go now?
You got it.
Alright. And cultures influenced by the Abrahamic religions.
Hold up. Now, let me tell you this real quick. A lot of people say Abrahamic religion is based around the Bible. Abrahamic religion is when they take Muslim, whatever the hell they is, Christianity and Judaism, and put them all together and say it's Abrahamic religion. Go ahead. Just go ahead and knock that out.
And cultures influenced by Abrahamic religions, the law and the church established sodomy as
the church established sodomy.
Right.
That means pushing a man's rod inside of a man.
Right.
Something undesirable, something unpleasurable, something disgusting,
Right.
unnatural, filthy, weak. Go ahead.
As a transgression against divine law or a crime against nature.
And everybody I'm pretty sure y'all familiar. I'm gonna pull it too if needs be. But the transgression of the law is, you know what I'm saying, what goes against the law. That just clearly say the transgression against the law and what it's called culture, something like that. Go ahead, you got it. And you gotta go. No, whatever. Hey. Yeah, good.
The condemnation of anal sex between males, however, predates Christian belief.
Predates Christian belief. Christian pastors, mama, daddy, grandma, your mama, daddy, grandma, granddaddy, your cousins.
Right.
Yeah. I wish the Lord would just allow us to be able to say the F word. Your homosexual men. Yeah. Christians. Your T.D. Jakes, Eddie Lones, and Kurt Franklins. All of you. Your Cardi B's. All of you. Every last one of you. Christians. Go ahead.
Condemnation was frequent in ancient Greece.
Was frequent in ancient Greece.
Right.
Who are the Greeks, huh?
The Greeks. You talking about today?
No, then, or down too. The same.
Oh, the Greeks are the Caucasian man.
Is who?
The Caucasian.
Who?
Esau.
Esau is the Caucasian. You're oppressor.
Right.
You're oppressor. Matter of fact, Salali, hey, if you could too, pull this video because I'm definitely gonna need that video I was talking about earlier. Cause hey, we got some heavy metal today. Cause we got time today. We got time today. Hey, Shaw, that was for you, bro. We got time today. Hey, let's get it. You already know what time it is. Yeah, go ahead.
For instance, the idea of male anal sex being unnatural.
The ideal thought of anal sex from men being unnatural
is described by a character of Plato's through he had earlier written of beliefs of homosexual relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Many historical figures, including Socrates, Lord Byron, Edward II, and Hadrian, had terms such as gay or bisexual applied to them.
So you mean to tell me all these little Greek gods, and when I'm going to say it for you, Zodiac, carriers,
Right.
all you, I'm a Pisces, Aquarius, those same Greek gods like it in the butt, and they're men. Those same Greek gods as women are whores, and they're women.
Right.
They like it in the wrong areas, and they do the wrong thing, and you still say, "Oh, I prefer a beginning." What they call it? A beginning Aries in March than an end Aries in April. You a dumb nigger. It's the same thing. Right. You know why it's the same? Damn the terminologies these Greeks and Africans you know why it's the same? Because it goes against the law of the Lord. Anything that goes against the law of the Lord in here is the same goddamn thing.
Right.
Smoking a cigarette and being homosexual is the same thing. Liking European women and damn out here selling crack is the same thing. That's how the Lord look at it.
Right.
And they say, "Oh, ain't no sin bigger than the other. When you break one sin and all the sin, then why the hell you still goddamn lying?" They love to say ain't no sin bigger than the other sin. So you gonna find something that don't hurt so much, something that your conscience don't need to dwell on as much, and do it because murder is too hard for you.
Right.
Or killing or rape is too hard for you. You wanna say I'm gonna give a 17-year-old girl a pill just for me to get my rocks off, or buy a damn 16-year-old boy some alcohol and get him drunk so I could get my rocks off. That's easier for you. You're a coward. Right. And I'm not saying you're not a coward. If you shouldn't be doing any of it, because I know how a lot of y'all like to think. Go ahead. Okay. You gotta take your time out.
All right. Some scholars have regarded uses of such modern terms on people from the past as an anachronistic introduction of a complementary constructions of sexuality that would have been foreign to their times. Other scholars see continually instead. All right. In social science, there has been a dispute between essentialists and constructionists of views of homosexuality. The debate divides those who believe that terms such as gay and straight refer to objective, culturally invariant properties of persons from those who believe that the experiences they name are artifacts of the unique cultural and social processes. All these big ass words.
Here you go. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. If you have a liar, he's the same. Lying is not okay. You have somebody who smokes a cigarette and wants to get cancer. You have a child molester. You have a murderer, and you have somebody who stole a Pop-Tart. They're all in the same category. Then you have the homosexual area, to where they say trisexual, bisexual, F word, lesbian, whatever, and that's in their own category. Do you not see that they try to categorize and put certain categories for certain things and make it seem as if it's okay? But yet, like I said, somebody who stole a Pop-Tart, You know, somebody's a murderer, somebody who's a rapist, somebody who lies, somebody who smokes cigarettes is all in the same category. They try to make it seem homosexual as something so different when it's all the same disgusting ass sin. It's disgusting. And it really bothers me. It's a simple fact they think they really getting over people. Damn the American literature. You can look at it and tell that it's filthy. It's filthy. How many of you men will really go in a corner right now and because you $200 short will bend over in the back alley somewhere and let a man run up in you for $500? How many of you women will lay on your back with your kids next door and just say, do whatever to get your rent paid, that's which $1,200. He could do whatever you want to do with you. How many of you would do that? How many men will really bend over and let another man run in him to pay a $200 light bill for his wife and his kids? Not very few. Probably slim to none unless you one of those. Go ahead, Al.
The philosopher of science, Michael Rousseau, has stated that social constructionist approach, which is influenced by Foucault, is based on a selective reading of the historical record that confuses the existence of homosexual people.
Hey, you can slide all the way down to Africa.
Okay, that is right.
Because for people that think European people are better, which they're scum, we're gonna get to the bottom of that, which we just done, and I'm not even done with them. I'm never done with them. And we're gonna get to the bottom of these so-called African American African. We're gonna get to the bottom of those filthy little devils too. Go ahead,
God. Africa, the first record.
Oh, that man said the first record.
Let me read this. Africa, the first record of a possible homosexual couple in history is commonly regarded as
Hold on, sorry again.
The first record of a possible homosexual couple in history is commonly regarded as Khnumhotep and Nitkakoumun is an ancient Egyptian male couple.
Khnumhotep. It say Hotep at the end?
La.
It's like HOSTEP, something like that?
Nah.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Khnumhotep. An ancient
And what you just said was booty cheeks and kneecaps. That's all you said. Go ahead.
Fufu eaters.
Fufu.
An Egyptian male couple who lived around 2400 BC. The pair of portrayed in a nose-kissing position.
Hold on. So a lot of people say the Bible ain't real. This man real. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in time. But the first record was Egyptians in the same era that y'all Egyptians or Africans say y'all was. But what is they saying on here?
Right.
It was 2 of them or 3 of them?
2.
2 of them. First record of somebody opening their leg, a grown man opening his leg with his leg behind his head, and another grown man bent over in the bathroom.
Right.
The same thing. Go ahead.
The most intimate pose in Egyptian art, surrounded by what appears to be their heirs. The anthropologist Stephen Murray and Will Roscoe reported that women in Lesotho engaged in socially sanctioned long-term erotic relationships called mostoali. The anthropologist E. Evans Pritchard also recorded the male Azande warriors in the northern Congo routinely took on a young male lovers between the ages of 12 and 20.
Hold up. No. Start right there. This is why I want you nasty bastards to hear.
Damn.
Because even when you bring out the origin of Valentine's Day,
right,
the same thing that they done with them young European boys in the war, taught them how to dance and they was screwing them and they was doing whatever. Read that again out.
Damn right. And recorded the male Azande warriors in the northern Congo,
you Africans.
damn,
Go ahead.
routinely took on young male lovers.
Young men lovers. This man could be 40, 50, 60 years old and want a 10-year-old child, 12-year-old child, 9-year-old child. Don't even know how to do dishes yet. Go ahead.
Between the ages of 12 and 20.
12 and 20. 12 and 20. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Who helped the household tasks and participated in interior.
Help the household task. Somebody put in this chat right now. Who handles the household task? What needs to be done in the house and who handles it? Male or female? I'm going to give y'all a minute. I'm going to give you a minute. They about to piss me off. Trash. Anything? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, read from that little clip again. You ain't gotta go all the way to the top. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just say. Young male lovers between the ages of 12 and 20
12 and 20.
who helped the household
Well done.
task and participated in intercrural sex with their older husbands.
Gosh. So like, I don't mean to ask you. Just read from the top one more time, man. Cause I need some participation in.
Come on.
Cause ain't nobody in here when they need to hear about this LGBT. It should be over a couple billion, trillion, sexzillion up in this class hearing about homosexuality. We go back to home, is a damn homosexual 2 doors away.
Right.
2 goddamn doors away. Go ahead.
No sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Azande warriors in northern Congo routinely took young male lovers between the ages of 12 and 20 who helped with the household tasks.
So you got young boys in between 12 and 20 doing whatever with Azande warriors, whoever the hell these people is, helping with household tasks.
Right.
Like they're women. The answer I was looking for is the people that take care of the household are the sisters. Little sisters, big sisters, wives, daughters. And they got men taking care of these households. Young boys taking care of these households for grown, disgusting, dookie eating men.
Right. So like Marcus said women clean the house and take care of kids.
Exactly. I mean that's it. That's just fine detail. You know, whatever else comes after that behind Marcus, we know what that's just the basic, and that's all we need because we understand everything that comes after that. Go ahead, Al. I mean, I'll read if you need me to.
Oh, it's America's next.
Mm-hmm.
It's America's next, I think. America's.
Hey, let me hear, because I don't know if I went that far.
This is the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
As is true of many other non-Western cultures, it is difficult to determine the extent to which Western notions of the sexual orientation and gender identity apply to pre-Columbian.
No, hold on, that just tells it right there. That just told it right there. It's hard to decide what it's going to be when you're living in America. Is that not what it's saying?
Right.
Read from the top if you know what I'm saying. Take your time, get a drink, whatever. Because what it's looking like and what it exactly sounds like is the fact that according to other cultures and custom, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to find the orientation of the gender compared to what America.
Right.
Go ahead, read from that. You talking about the article? I tell you, it make you want to really cut the head off, yo, like for real. Just start to talk about read slow, man. You ain't got to rush it.
Come. As is true of many other non-Western cultures, it is difficult to determine the extent to which Western notions of sexual orientation and gender identity apply to pre-Columbian cultures.
Pre-Columbian cultures. Go ahead.
Evidence of homoerotic sexual acts and transvestism has been found in many pre-conquest civilizations in Latin America, such as the Aztecs, Mayans, the Quechas, Moex, and Zapotecs, and Incas, and the two.
See now what they're trying to push the whole agenda on basically Native Indians or Mexicans or the Brazilians or Cubans or you know what I'm saying people that serve Puerto Ricans too also, and I believe it's like 2 more. They trying to put that whole agenda on them as if they're the cause of it.
Right.
Meanwhile, we was here, the Native Indians, all of them brothers and sisters fled over here. Then turn around, it was the niggas that got this son over here.
Right.
They're trying to push a whole MO like this is where it was starting from. Even though this was going on, they had a go into that. No, that BS been shedded on behalf of us.
If I may.
Go ahead.
It's like if I may. First of all, these tribes over here that was over here in the Americas.
Cause how you been?
Before Esau, this Caucasian man got over here and raped, robbed, and pillaged and murdered our people. They had the law. They already had the understanding. They didn't have no homosexuality over here. They was having babies. They was multiplying like crazy. That's the only reason you know that millions of them got killed is because they was populated.
Right.
Straight it down. So
and it's heavy that you say that too because we was populated. Right. There's not one scripture in the Bible saying be a homosexual.
Right.
There's not one in here. And what that brother saying is so heavy because of the fact that it's like they pushing the agenda on us, but while they trying to push the agenda and a lot of everybody else, there's not one thing in here saying put a rod in another man's butt when you can't get none.
Right.
Or a sister lick another girl when you got 5 kids and the man ain't acting right. There's nothing that says that in this whole book.
Right.
And they trying to push that agenda, but that's not who we is. What we have, we're rebellious people.
Right.
We're hard headed. We like to fight. We like to drink. Judah and Issachar, we all love our women. That's what we do. We don't do drugs. We don't freaking dig in other men behinds.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come on. The Spanish conquerors were horrified to discover the sodomy openly practiced amongst native people.
Horribly. Meanwhile, y'all was butt breaking and all that with pleasure. They got a song called it's something. What is it called? I want to say it's I or I for an eye. When this man had pleasure in breaking in this woman's home, and he was a European man, she was a European woman, and physically raped her. It was on Lifetime.
Right.
And the only reason I know it because my mom actually got the movie. I seen it, and then turned around and popped up on Lifetime, and it kind of destroyed me the second time because I thought it was just a scary movie.
Right.
Come to find out, getting older, it's like they do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's called I.S.U.P.K or something like this on Lifetime. It's an early 2000s, late 90s movie. Go ahead.
And attempted to crush it out by subjecting the Burdick case, such as the Spanish call them, under their rule to severe penalties, including public execution, burning and being torn to pieces by dogs.
Don't that sound like if you commit a sin or something like that? You get burned and stoned and tore up, and that would have sounded like.
Right.
Go ahead.
The Spanish conquerors taught extensively of sodomy among the natives.
Hold. This next one. Hold. Now you see they just put that on the Aztecs, the Incas, all of them saying that's where it come from. But then what was that line that just said that? Y'all gotta understand though, Esau like to use words, and even in the judicial court, legislative, and executive, they use words to trap up. They're smooth with, put that precept smooth with butter. Yeah, come. They use things like that because they clearly say it came from us as a people, but then turn around, they just basically said what they do. What? Use it to tactic on us.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell? I'm a grown behind black men. If somebody would have laid my woman in the world, you think I'm gonna go find him, tie him up, and then do something nasty to him? That don't how it roll, man. That ain't how it roll. But again, America is built behind femininity. Right. And when I say femininity, it's women that are women and men that want to be women.
Right.
The America is ran just like that. Women who are women and men that want to be women. There's no real man or masculinity in here. Even when it comes to your oppressor. Look at your Donald Trump, no hair on his face. The Lori Harvey go with a European boy, got all the hair on his goddamn head, but not a lick of hair on his face.
Right.
Don't nobody want to raise their goddamn voice, raise their fucking mouth shalaki. Don't nobody want to cuss, say shut the hell up,
right.
Die behind what they believe in, but everybody want to be a pretty smooth-faced, skinny jeans, sick-wearing, weak bastard who want to do drugs and bend over. Everybody want to be that.
Right.
Everybody want to be him. But don't nobody want to be the black sheep. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, this cover look good on me. Damn, I look like the black sheep. And guess what? All my brothers and my sisters in the goddamn truth, we the black sheep.
Damn right.
And you know what happened? Don't nobody like the black sheep, but everybody want to call the black sheep when time get hard. But I look good being a black sheep. Black sheep is where it's at. Being a black sheep, you'll stay away from danger. You understand when danger coming? You ain't no slow leak. You ain't dumb. You ain't weak. You ain't a coward. For all you, guard the sheeps and flocks, this and that. All them sheeps over there in the Christian church getting slaughtered down, Kyle. Meanwhile, the black sheeps over here thugging it, sipping their goddamn strong drink, enjoying whatever they doing, living by the law, statute, commandment. We ain't worried about nobody coming in and getting slaughtered down.
Right.
We ain't worried about that. We good being black sheeps over here. But it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. They really put that on our people and say it's them, but then turn around and find pleasure in doing what we do.
Right.
What we do. Meanwhile, we can look at modern day right now, and me and this brother could pull up in a Chevy, 2 different Chevys on 28s and 30s at the gas station. And you know what the white folks gonna say? That's so ugly. They some niggers. They must sell drugs. They dope boys. They ain't up to no good. That's what they gonna say?
Right.
But then turn around, you go to Florida, you see the same European boy pulling up on 24s and 26s and want to be like us, and it's all cool. It's a double standard in America. That ain't never happened to us. We ain't did that. We didn't inbred that. The brother just brought it out right here in what was Egypt? Africa?
Americas.
No, I'm going to say private.
Oh, the one for Africa.
Africa. Now go ahead.
Oh, you want to read that scripture?
Con. Yeah, we're going to get that. Because they got a way of using words thinking they slick. But man, listen. Right. You got to be wiser than a serpent.
Can I read the precept right before it?
Yeah. Do any business. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Psalms 55 and 20 through 21. He hath put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. But, he hath broken his covenant.
Broken his covenant. Just like when it comes to the Mexicans. And the European came over and told the Mexican what they told him. Or if y'all seen Geronimo. No, you seen Geronimo. You was watching it with me? Oh, no. I think I was telling you. Yeah, with Geronimo, they came to peace treaty and told these Gadites over across Oklahoma, all them lands and flatlands over there, telling them if you destroy this nation of Native Indians, we'll give you this, that. And Geronimo said at the end, he said, why does White Eye, paraphrasing, the White Eye has gotten everything. Why is all my brothers dying?
Right.
That's what he said. And guess what? Geronimo like this inside a goddamn train going wherever the hell he going with all my other brothers and sisters. They broke that covenant in that treaty. They lied.
Right.
Just like with the Mexican stuff. They broke that treaty. The brothers that fought in the Civil War, they broke that treaty.
Right.
It was another one in the Civil War. The Irish. They sat here and said the Irish, which I was studying, they said the Irish came over here, said they were slaves. They were indentured servants. And when they came over and they was in district service out of the north, you know who the Irish was killing?
Right.
The Irish was killing thousands and tons and thousands of us to get their spot back.
Right.
All they had to do was come and slaughter a black man. Slaughter a black man. They broke their treaty with their own people and then told their own people they can do what they want to do if they go slaughter us.
Right.
All they got to do is slaughter us and they get their goddamn spot. The Irish got their land. Look at Conor McGregor. Cocky little European punk ass white boy. Punk.
Right.
And my Bernie Mac boy. Punk ass. Got his land. You got damn, what's the wrestler name? And he pale white. He like a goddamn Creon. You know what I'm talking about? He got that little Celtic. Finley, off of wrestling, what's the other one name? He got an Irish, but who gives a damn about them devils? At the end of the day, they all look alike like we all look alike. Period. Pale, whatever. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
What?
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
For y'all sisters, smooth is when you hop out that shower, fresh leg, shaved leg, and you just roll that lotion up like this, and you ain't miss a spot. That's smooth. You ain't feel them bumps or them stragglers here. That's smooth. You don't realize nothing. You just rubbing that lotion in for whatever you doing it for your man, whatever. You ain't even paying attention. Just smooth. Just ain't minding your business. Like, you know that leg good. Brothers too, when you feel that nice little warm thigh, and you ain't, I feel a little stubborn. You rubbing it up there, handling your business, doing whatever you doing, you ain't paying attention. Everything feel the same. Smoother than butter. Smoother. You running right past it, don't even realize. Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
So, and meanwhile, he's smoother than butter, acting like ain't nothing going on. But he want to kill your black ass.
Right.
Same way he did to Geronimo. You know what I'm saying? Wounded, battling wounded knee. Same thing he did in the civil rights movement with your cowboy goddamn Martin Luther King. Same way he did in Buffalo, New York recently, and Tamir Rice and Trayvon Martin, and in Texas, and in California, and then down in Charleston with what's the little dirty little European boy name? Dylan Roof. Same thing. War was in his heart.
Right.
We had 22 shootings this year 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I still see residual shootings.
Right.
Residual. Non-stop. But brothers is so much of cowards, they still want to go stick their rod in the European woman, think they getting off. You getting off on a nut, you dummy. A nut. You're going to die out there. You know why? Because this word is smoother than butter. Smoother than butter.
Right.
And you accept homosexuality because you like European women. You accept LGBT because you want to smoke weed. You hate your brother because you like LGBT. You love the Christian church. You know why? Because you love the LGBT. You don't love your brother. You hate your brother. You will really look at the back of your brother and put your rod in that man's butt? Or sit here and put your lips against his sister's lips and say you love your sister? And then got the audacity to say something about Israel. We got someone there because I feel like it's funny. I feel like Mark is talking.
No.
Ain't nothing.
I was just listening to what you saying. Yeah, dang.
Go ahead. YAHANNA.
YAHANNA. What verse is it?
Go ahead, man. I ain't done with him.
Just a little bit. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
His words were softer than oil. Everybody know that soft oil. That's you don't even feel it. Oil ain't like butter. Oil ain't like lotion or Vaseline.
Right.
It's softer. You only feel it on the initial drip. Once it hit it, just like putting oil in your hair. Because we know about it. You put oil in your hair, it starts dripping all behind here, and you constantly wipe it.
Right.
Constantly wiping. It's so soft you ain't even feel it. You don't even notice it. But then his tongue was sword.
His tongues were smooth as oil, yet they were drawing swords.
Drawing sword. Saying the hell with the tree. Let's kill these MFs.
Right.
That's it. Go back to the link if you could. Go back to that link because I ain't done with them. I ain't even started yet. We getting warmed up in here. Y'all go get y'all water. Lead a drink. Get some water because you're gonna need it. Y'all make sure y'all share this class because a lot of y'all going through the same issue. Go ahead.
The Spanish conquerors taught extensively of sodomy among the natives.
Spanish conquerors, and then again, you know what I'm saying? I'm sounding like Shaw a little bit. Spanish simply means property of Spain.
Right.
Around when the Spaniards, or they came and conquered the area and just rename everybody property of Spain. So they clearly, the Spaniard what?
The Spanish conquerors taught extensively of sodomy among the natives to depict them as savages.
Now we're getting somewhere. What's the name of that movie? Apocalyptica?
Apocalyptico.
They made it seem like every other Gadite, Reubenite, Gadite, and what's the other man?
I think it was
Isupk. Isupk were savages. Meanwhile, they just said that's what we did. How can you teach a horse how to drink water and the horse know how to drink water?
Right.
How can you teach a black man how to be black and he black? Black men out here in this modern day don't understand that you can live and survive. Period. But now in the street, either dead or in prison. They gonna catch me alive or catch me dead. So how can you sit here and say you taught them? You know what I'm saying? You said it was them, now you taught them. Now when you actually look and evaluate it, you taught them and this is what you brought over. You just wanted to roll this over and put it out there and make it seem as if they are savages, correct?
Right.
Indigenous people are savages.
Right.
That's what we do. But meanwhile, you teaching in savages. You just wanted to break the ice and say this is what they do because that's what was taught. And then turn around, you show your true nature of what you taught to these people, these holy people,
right.
separate people.
Right.
Because you're a filthy homosexual and want to butt break grown men.
Right.
400-pound men, and you want to stick 30 different rods in him to make it seem like you're proving a point. You know what point you're proving? You're a sick bastard. And you know when I see you in the kingdom, you know what I see you in the kingdom? I'm gonna pray and let the Lord tell me I can have 12 hyenas.
Right.
And that's all you need to know. I want 12 hyenas minimum. 12. That's my daily pet. 12 goddamn hyenas. And you know the rest. See you in hell. Go ahead.
If I may, please. All right. I know. Salaki.
No, hadn't even been a man.
My I.S.U.P.K, my Mexican / I.S.U.P.K brothers, Gadite / Native Indian brothers and sisters, they are some of the most peaceful people you're gonna ever meet to this day. To this day, we still see it today. Me and you, most of them after slavery.
Talk to them hours.
Right.
Hours.
I mean, it's you. They in the world like a lot of our brothers and sisters. But they're some of the most peaceful people. Now you know damn well exactly the way our society is today. It's the same stuff that they taught us.
Right.
We didn't do this on our own. We fell in love with them, following their ways and stuff. So they taught us these things, and we followed along. Right. We were never like that from the beginning.
Goddamn right.
That's it. That's all.
And that's heavy that brother saying that. Man, get that brother. Man, that brother coming up strong, man. Y'all brothers is gonna hit him. And it's crazy that he said it because I just recently made a post a week or two ago when I was in Oklahoma on behalf of dreadlocks. And black, Hispanics, and Native Indians always say it's black culture when it comes to something that we do.
Right.
You can say rape, rob, and murder is black culture, but don't know where it come from. You can say dreads, weed, and homosexuality is black culture.
Right.
You can say fashion, Jordan, and this and that is black culture. But you know one thing they don't say black culture? Actually being one nation. Right. Being one goddamn body like the Jewish man.
Right.
Or the Egyptian.
Right.
Or the Asians or the Samoans.
Right.
That's not black culture. When it comes to that, they say, I am who I am. I believe what you want to believe. But these other nations understand that that's who they is. But us, we're just so dumb and think homosexuality is black culture. I was born like this. No, you dumb fuck. Salaki, excuse my language. I'm going a little overboard. Salaki to everybody.
Right.
No, you dummy. Homosexual is not. Being a rapist is not. Being a lesbian is not. Being a weed smoker, crack pipe smoker, light bowl meth smoking is not. Dreadlocks of weed smoking is not. Right. Loving white women is not. It's not. Murdering your brother and hating your brother and being a coward about it is not.
Right.
That is not our culture.
Right.
That is not our culture. And when you adopt the culture of the other custom, this is the reason why we can't get over. This is the reason why we cry about gas. Gas is damn $5 a gallon.
Right.
Do you? And this is why we cry about oil. Do you think Islam is crying about gas money over there in Afghanistan and all? They ain't crying about that.
No.
They ain't crying about that. It is over 2,500 of them that live in one castle, and they all multi-millionaires. They not worrying about no oil and gas. Guess who worrying about oil and gas, Kyle?
Right.
Dumb Americans.
Right.
And guess who's over America? The greed, the nasty, filthy, disgusting oppressor.
Right.
I don't blame y'all, but what I do blame y'all is for because you choose not to use common sense. In the same way y'all want to pick up this y'all pick up this all day and tweet and look up what Kevin Gates got going on and y'all doing this and that. Pick up a damn book, man. Pick up a book. A lot of y'all been to summer school. Y'all know what it is to have to pick up a book a lot. I've been in summer school. I learned how to goddamn read and I got tired of going to summer school. And I came into I.S.U.P.K. and I'm helping other brothers. I'm a crutch and helping other brothers do what they gotta do. And likewise. You can't come in here and be a homosexual, man. You can't come in here and be weak, effeminate man. You can't come in here and think you're gonna love lesbos, sis. Because again, America allows femininity to run America. And when I say it, women are women and men want to be women. Where the hell is the real been at? That's willing to die and say, hell no, we won't go.
So Marcus said you need to take your face off of Facebook and put your face in the book. Damn, that's a bar. That's a bar.
Get that brother a hand. Get that brother a hand. Hey! That brother said you need to take your face off of Facebook and put your face in the goddamn book.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, right. Boy, that brother right there. Boy, that brother. Hey, Mark. I see you this weekend, bro. Hey, I drink to that.
Damn right.
That brother said take your face off of Facebook. Hey, Salaki. Hey, Marcus, listen, bro. Listen, because it's brotherhood. I'm going to make that post right now if you don't make that post, bro. Go ahead. Oh, no, you in jail. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you an opportunity. See, brothers go to jail for speaking the truth. You feel me? Like that brother right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it's Facebook, like, you got to understand, like, a lot of people wouldn't even go to Facebook jail to speak truth because they so worried about likes.
Right.
They so worried about who likes them. We don't give a damn about your likes. Your mother, your daddy, or your daughter. If you're living against the law, don't expect us to have sympathy. Especially if we told you. Who cares? You know my favorite quote, guys. You know what it is.
Right.
You deserve it. Go ahead, Doc. We almost done because I'm about to go to the next link. Catch up a little bit.
It's still heavy.
Okay, man. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Dog.
Alright. Can I go back? I'm gonna go back with it. The Spanish conquerors talked extensively of sodomy among the natives to depict them as savages.
Hold on real quick, just to clarify though, the Spanish is not your Dominicans or Guatemalan Panamanians or Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Argentinians, Chile, you know what I'm saying, I.S.U.K, Colombia, Uruguay, or any of them in between. It don't even matter if it's Ecuadorian or Honduras, any of those. You know what I'm saying? Those people who speak actual Spanish and have their own lingo of Spanish, even if you're a damn Puerto Rican in Philly or New York, you're not Spanish. You speak Spanish. Spanish are European people.
Right.
Those people that skin look like gold. You know what I'm saying? Like next to the not close to the Italian, a little ways from Italian, but in a way. You gotta see it. Excuse me, Slot. Go ahead.
And hence justify their conquest and forceful conversion to Christianity.
Conquest. So they went on the way of we gonna get this conquer, and what to Christianity?
To justify their conquest and forceful conversion to Christianity.
Forceful conversion to Christianity. Just like you could look at the Gadites right now. You know, Gadites is the American Native Indian. You can look at them. You can look at Issachar. And a lot of people don't, I'm going to get to Issachar in a minute. A lot of people don't understand when it comes to Gad, you can see the fringes.
Right.
These brothers know, like, a lot of y'all go to sleep on, like raindrop music and storm music and wind music. I go to sleep on Gadite sounds like the flutes and things like that. And I tell you, bro, I'd rather hear native Indian flutes. They wear long fringes. You know what I'm saying? They wear the dawa like this right here with a little pendant, just like this brother over here got. You know what I'm saying? They lay down with those things. Even Issachar. A lot of Issachar so far gone because they've been conquered, pushed out, and then brought back in. Issachar look like a nigga like us. Long fringes. Dawa, not a homosexual. That's how they look. Go ahead.
As a result of growing influence and power of the conquerors, many native cultures started condemning homosexuals acts themselves.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Like us or them?
Yes. Many native cultures started condemning homosexual acts themselves.
Now, in the black household, I'm pretty sure with you, in the black household, a whole down south, coming from a father that was raised down south, he be like, this is what they say, Salakia. What's wrong with that boy?
Right.
He gay?
Yeah, right.
He got sugar in his tank?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? What, is he like this? Nowadays, you know, we'll cover it up and be like, oh, that boy, he be playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those, you think Issachar don't do that? Issachar pop babies out daily. Issachar pop 12 kids out in a week. You don't think they shun that? The Micronesians shun that. The Asians shun that. Everybody think that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians don't shun that. But again, they stripped it out. I wish it was here. They made it into an illness and took it out to where they say everybody is this. Everybody is that. It's okay. We shun that, man. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Israel can have 700 goddamn wives, Akaz.
Right.
And you mean to tell me out of 700 wives, a man's going to bend over and put another man's rod in his butt?
God.
That is a mental disorder. And guess what? You need help. And if you can't get help or you don't think you need help, guess what's better than that? You need death. And you know why I say that? Because you deserve it. You got someone on it? Salakia. If y'all don't like it, so be it. But there ain't no cowards in here, and we're not going to sully up our words in the words of Shaw. Just like them purple Ninja Turtles. And them dudes saying, oh, the New York guys, they come hard, but we come soft.
Right.
Nah, nigga, we coming hard. We're men. You don't like it, shut up. Leave. If you're a woman, you don't like it, shut up, leave. Because we're not going to sully down any of our emotions on behalf of, to accommodate or appease anybody else's feeling. We were doing that for long enough. Look at your Martin Luther King.
Right.
Your leader, Martin Luther King, looked like a coward after all these years. But meanwhile, our leader right now, Commander General YAHANNA, the strongest man standing right now. And get that brother a goddamn hand. Right? Get all the generals and everybody in a goddamn hand. Because them brothers sat there and went through the fire. Commander General YAHANNA, it was just him and General Muhammad. And look what the hell they brought up. Right. Meanwhile, look at Martin Luther King. Loving white women, walked all the way to Alabama in a suit and still got spit in his goddamn face and smothered in the pillow. Right. And guess what? You know what makes it even worse? Your mama and your daddy is a dummy because they want to be in the church. And they accept homosexuality. Right. But I'm sorry. Not sorry. Go ahead.
It's like, you just talked about, you just talked about them getting mad because we loud or whatever.
Right.
Because we come harder than, the other guys say.
Oh, them other guys come hard, but we come a little softer approach. Not saying they're wrong, but we just come a little softer.
Right. So, I mean, if you don't like the way we come, you would have hated Christ, goddamn.
Right, he was an austere man.
Damn right.
What, austere? Serious?
Austere, yeah.
Nayatak.
Right.
Nayatak.
He's right.
Serious in Hebrew.
Yeah, they would have most definitely hated Christ. We come like Christ, goddamn.
Come on. And what? So like, correct me if I'm wrong. Paul was the one that cut the ear off, right?
Oh, it was Peter.
Peter, Christ's right hand man, cut a MF ear off for Christ, and he was not supposed to do it. Was he?
No, he wasn't supposed to.
He in a way got checked, but he wasn't supposed to do it. Guess what he did? Nigga, I'm still gonna do it. Come on, bro. Y'all better get it together. The same way y'all women out here liking these trap boys and this and that, and they on the down low, you better get you a priest in office.
Right. Right.
That's what you better get. A man you ain't got to worry about being homosexual. A man that you know is going to die behind you and the rest of his brother. He gonna do it for all the right reasons.
Right.
Salaki, I don't mean to take you over.
Oh,
You got more in there? Because I mean, we got one more link. Oh, that was in that order? Yeah, go ahead too, because that's a good one right there. Because now we're getting into the whole. Take the glasses off. Now we're getting into the whole setup of HIV and AIDS amongst blacks. A lot of them, even like the brother in DC, you know what I'm saying, which I pray that he coming through. A lot of brothers and sisters say, that's what you do unprotected sex. You ain't going to the doctor daily. What about the prisoners that do 20 years? And they sticking a rod in each and every last weak white boy. Or, or European boy. Or each and every 17-year-old black boy who can defend his behind. And they do that for 20, 30 years. And they ran through over 500 or 600 of them. Right. Naked. No protection. No plastic. No condoms, whatever you people nowadays call it. They didn't do that. And you don't think they'll contract any form of disease, whether it's claps, homosexual, that's a disease too. Homosexuality, AIDS, HIV, XYZ, LUP, LQ, D, whatever. You know what I mean? So what about them? Talking about is whatever. You know, mouth to mouth can give you, you know what I'm saying, gonorrhea in the mouth. You know that, right? Right. You can get gonorrhea in your mouth by doing mouth to mouth. Not by oral or just by sex. Mouth to mouth can give you gonorrhea. You know you can get herpes mouth to mouth, right? Right. You know that, right? You know you can get AIDS or HIV mouth to mouth, right? Right. You know that, right? You know you can get trick mouth to mouth, right? Right. Did you know all of this? Because I mean, it's 1,000 more. Did you know all of this stuff? You can be mouth to mouth or just putting your nasty mouth on a nasty box or your nasty mouth on another man's filthy D word. You can get sick and die off of that. And now you got to walk around with the goddamn bum bumps on your lip and find an excuse for everything. Did you know that? But now you know. Because you think condoms do everything. It is a process. If you put condoms on, there's a process to build up to sex. And if you're just bending over without doing that, then you're a waste of time. And I'm not saying waste of time on behalf of just what you should do. You're just a waste of behalf of, you're disgusting. Right. You just want something in you to get you off. Bastard. Go ahead.
Oh, God. This is an article off of WebMD. HIV and AIDS among black Americans. HIV has more negative effects for black Americans than for other racial and ethnic groups in the United States.
Oh, HIV has a more drastic measures on black Americans than any other ethnic group. Right. Any other. You got a few Asians. You got a few Africans. Africans from the raw hide of Africa. The hides of butt eating. Right. You got East Indians. You got Arabs. You got XYZ. You got a few Samoans and XYZ and people from Guam and all of that. Right. But we are number one. We're the fewest, but we're our number one. Go ahead.
Okay. Though black people make up just 12% of the U.S. population.
12% out of 100%. All right, real quick, if you could, Baba Kushad. Look up, you say U.S. population? Look up 12% of the U.S. population, and then you would just jump back. Just call it out, you would jump back. Because 12% of the U.S. population really don't sound like much. Because you might, for example, say if we got this room right here, got hold 60 people. And then I don't know numbers. I ain't never been on math with, so don't, go ahead.
It's like you said, look up 12%.
12% of the U.S. population. I ain't no math with, but say if you got 200 or 300 people in, 12%, 50% of 300, you know what I'm saying, is going to obviously be 150. That's 50%. But then 12% of that 50% might be, I'm going in the range of maybe 30, somewhere in the 25 to 40 range. And then somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Quan or Mark is gonna get me on point. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Because them brothers A1 with the math. But we're 12% of 300. 300 people that can fit in here. 12%. So therefore, we're probably about, I think that's about right. 25 to 40 out of 300 people.
Right. Yeah. Right. Oh Lord. I just said 32.
32. That's still low. So in between 25 and 40% is 32% out of 300 people. 12% out of 300. So what you got? Thawada. Marcus, steadfast, man. You coming up, man. Steadfast.
Wow. What you about to say?
12% out of the U.S. population.
Come on.
And then once you get it, you could just jump back to the regular link. I'm Salaki, man. I know y'all got you working. I mean, you can take my phone too if you want. Show. Lord Christ. Hey, that brother right there, man, that's a powerful brother, man. I love that brother right there. Kazamar. Y'all add that brother on Facebook, man. That's a good brother, man. He's solid. He's solid for real. That's my little brother right there. My twin brother. My little brother.
Damn right.
Like, that's my nigga right there. Straight up.
All right. Yeah. The black people make up just 12% of the U.S. population. They accounted 43% of all HIV cases in 2019.
Hold on. So it's 12%. So again, out of 300 people, you know what I'm saying, 12% is 30. No, Salaki. 300 people, 50% is 150, but then 12% out of that 150 is 32%. Okay, so then you turn around, you get the whole aspect of 12% out of 40, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the population, whatever race, it don't damn matter, bro. We 12% and we damn near half of everybody in America. We are 12%. We're less than a quarter. Damn near less. No, we damn near less than an eighth.
Right.
And we're on an uprise of 50% of the population. Population. Go ahead, Al. Go ahead. Take your time. Ain't no rush. Cause they gonna get all this. We gonna burn their ass today. Just like they say HIV, we gonna burn their ass.
Black women in particular, were 14 times more likely to be diagnosed with HIV than white women.
Black women are 14 times what?
14 times more likely to be diagnosed with HIV than white women.
Sis, listen. Sis. You're 14 times more to be diagnosed with HIV. It was just a sister within 2 days that just lost her life in Texas. You only got 2 counts. Either you're gonna find death, or you're gonna contract HIV. And when I say contract HIV, is because of the simple fact that either you're laying with a woman who has multiple whore-like women that she's laying with that has men, or you're laying with a man that just got out of the penitentiary. Leave it alone.
Right.
And I'm saying this out of love, man. Go ahead.
Oh my God. And 5 times more likely than Hispanic women.
5 times more likely than Hispanic women. I'm pretty sure y'all women remember. Cause correct me if I'm wrong. I think in February when I was saying women empowerment. Hold on, January, February, March, April, May, June, March. Women empowerment month.
Right.
Y'all sisters heard that black women were below the poverty line of living in poverty over black men and up under Spanish women. Take heed from these Spanish sisters, and I'm not saying they're better than you, but I'm saying they contract something more. They contracted more than what you got because they're less fortunate when it comes to these other areas that they live in. America feeds you drama. It feeds you lust. It
Right.
feeds you money. But them same sisters, they're at least hanging on tooth and nail on behalf of how to survive and keep a goddamn man and raise a family.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying she better than you or you're better than her. But at the end of the day, you know what makes y'all better? Because the fact that y'all my sister and I love y'all enough to tell you, bitch, do better. Be better than that Caucasian woman out here. Be better than Lori goddamn Harvey. You my sister. You're a goddamn Jew. You ain't no coal. You ain't no stone. You ain't no rock. You're a Jew. Close your legs, man. You ain't got to be lesbian because your dad prefer you to be. And let me talk on that real quick. Because there's a lot of men out here that prefer their daughters to be lesbian because they don't want another man to split her. But I'm going to tell you, sis, and tell your daddy this. Sis, you be a better man. You pick better men than what your father is. Because if I have a daughter, I'm going to teach my daughter to pick better men than I was. Period. Sis, when it comes to men, and for the men, if you expect your daughter to be a lesbian, whatever, this and that, because you don't want to worry about a man, you know what? You're weak. You're a coward, and you're sorry. You're not fit enough to raise a woman. You're not fit enough to raise a nation. Because what you should be telling that daughter, instead of being a lesbian and showing real brotherhood and fatherhood, and tell her, find a man that's better than me, you prefer her to be gay. Sisters out here prefer and find pleasure like Gabrielle Union for their son to be homosexual because they're happy. F your mother and your dad. Find somebody better than your mother and your dad. And if you have kids, tell them to find somebody that's better than you and tell them all the tricks and trades and the things that you done to where they could pick somebody that's better than your sorry behind. Because I'm going to tell my kids that. I'm going to tell my kids. I'm going to tell them everything that I used to say out in the world. And I'm going to tell them, don't ever fall for this right here.
Right.
Baby, you know what I used to say back here? When a woman said this right here and she used to go through it with this man right here, you know how I played it off? You know what I used to do? You know how I used to say it? You know what I'm saying? What else? Even if they show this right here, when they showed this right here, I made sure I showed this and then I blamed it on this right here to where they understand that I have a different mindset from somebody else. Teach your daughter to pick better men than you. Everybody says, Kai, that they want their child to be better than them.
Right.
Don't limit your child on behalf of being better than you when it comes to life choices as far as finances.
Right.
Tell them to be better at people as far as choosing who's going to go inside of them and who's going to be the one to go inside of them. Don't raise them to be a goddamn faggot. Slag it. Excuse my language, y'all. Slag it. Do not raise them to live an alternative lifestyle. Alternative lifestyle is going to have them living an alternative life. The same way they think they getting high, they going to die low. They going to live low. They going to lay on their back in the hotel. Go ahead,
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Salaki on that again on my language. Salaki. But I just sense that people don't listen, people don't understand it until you express it the way that it need to be expressed. But the only reason why we filter certain things because it accommodates the oppressor. Because you already know what you hear in the hood. You know what you hear in the barrios and the reservations. Go ahead.
Oh God. And Black Americans who get HIV are more likely to die from it than members of other groups.
You said who? Black who?
Black Americans.
Black Americans are more likely to die from it.
Right.
You know why? Because we don't have money to get insurance and all this other stuff.
Right.
You know what else? It's because we think that everybody gets it and we're so prideful to where it's like we're ashamed to do it. You know what? You know what we do? We go find other people who got it and we continue to do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next passage. Access to education and health care.
Go down to statistics. Let's say statistics. Something statistics. It's if it don't say statistics, read what you just seen, and I'll be able to turn because man, it just be so much stuff they want to be complicated. I'll water it down and be like, okay, this would it be, that would it be.
Distrust and fear. How does HIV spread among Black Americans? How to lower the impact. HIV. What is HIV testing? Importance of HIV testing. Who should get an HIV test?
Nah, try the next standard because I feel like you close.
Oh, you said the next.
Statistics. Oh no, you already got statistics, Salakia. It's distrust and fear.
Oh, is this what you got?
Yeah, Salakia, man. You just ran on statistic when they was talking about the 12 out of, I think, 43.
Okay.
Yeah, Salakia. That was my fault. Salakia, y'all. Salakia, man. It's just, this whole
It's a lot.
alternative lifestyle make a nigga want to.
Right.
Nah, it's good. It's good.
Good. All right. Distrust and fear. Many black people may be HIV.
Hold on, Salakia. Make sure you do it clear in line because you got a lot of ignorant blacks, ignorant Hispanics, and the ignorant Native Indians that say it ain't me. You need to hear it. Period. Because this is the statistics behind us. Go ahead.
Okay.
Many black people may be HIV positive and not know it. And not know it.
Mm-hmm.
So they continue to spread the virus while also getting sicker. In 2018,
Hold. That sound like Lil Wayne. That sound like Magic Johnson. That sound like Chris Brown. That sound like Famous Dex. That sound like well, he dead, but yes, that's what it sound like.
right?
And you know what's crazy about the industry? A lot of men get exposed or come out about their diseases. A lot of women, guess what? Name one woman right now you know that got a disease. Name one woman right now that got a disease that everybody know about.
Right.
And if you could name them, I make it my business to cash app you $5. I would make it my goddamn business. Name woman right now, and if you say Rihanna, you're a coward. Because that whole agenda was built off of Chris Brown. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. That's all you get. Because I promise, can't nobody name not one woman. The whole agenda of men having AIDS, HIV, or whatever the case may be, is off of black men. Black men. Where did it come from? Them going to jail and get rammed, or it came from dealing with dirty women that was dealing with dirty men?
Right.
3, 2, 1, whatever. Go ahead, you got it.
Okay.
In 2018,
Mm-hmm.
only about half of every 100 black people with HIV were virally suppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Hold up, that means they're quiet. They ain't saying nothing. It
Right.
don't matter if it's online or not. They ain't saying nothing about that. You know why? Because in the black community, it's like, don't tell what. Like, I got a hiccup. Hey, give me some. I don't like this. They got They got pride. They don't want to say nothing that's going on. This and that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what's really going on. Nigga trying to make me drink outside of it. Yeah. Damn, I forgot to tell you already. Yeah. We always suppressing the black community. Like keep your business in. It ain't meant for everybody. XYZ. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's not meant for everybody. But I will tell you one thing. It's meant for somebody to help you guys do it. Go ahead, Doc.
Some African Americans still mistakenly believe that it is a white gay disease.
They say that still African Americans believe that is a white disease. Go ahead.
That makes it hard to teach them about HIV or get them to talk about it. To get to talk about their HIV status.
It sounds like the Lord saying disobedient children. It sounds like the Lord saying hard-headed goddamn children. Or they don't, you know what I'm saying, my children know nothing. Their leaders call them error. It sounds like everything on behalf of causing them to be disobedient.
Right.
They really think that AIDS and HIV, just like when we're talking about dreadlocks, they talking about some AIDS is a European man thing made up. So I guess coronavirus is a man-made thing. Delta variant, monkeypox, this and that, syphilis, AIDS, HIV, black plague, XYZ, this and that. You can't blame the European man for everything. And you know what's oh my gosh. The reason why y'all think y'all gonna blame the European man for everything, because y'all think y'all so smart and you can say it's man-made. My God or my Jesus won't do that. Why do you continue to blame it on the European man, but you don't blame the European man for why you got cancer? Or why you got HIV and AIDS? Because you stick your rod in them. Y'all blame everything on what the white man's doing. But what is God doing? What are you doing? The reason why you're going through the same effect that you say the white man created, why are you going through it? Why are you going through it? Why? Because we all ain't. This nigga right here, this nigga healthy looking. I'm looking healthy. Why we ain't going what the hell you going through?
Right.
And we know what he doing, but yet you want to say syphilis, AIDS, HIV, XYZ, this and that is the European man. So what the hell did we do before we came in the truth and being in the truth, and we ain't contract whatever disgusting variants and disease that you contracted? We did the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. So what make you better than us to where you contract a disease but we don't contract disease? What makes us better than you? You know what makes us better than you?
What's that?
It's because the simple fact that the white man didn't write this.
Right.
Like you said, AIDS and HIV. The white man didn't do all this XYZ and this and that. We came to a point where we understand this right here wasn't a European man. And we had to follow somebody. Because every time me and Akai sat here and go out here and follow the European man, another brother died. Me and his brother right here smoke another goddamn blunt in the world. Right. We have sex with another whore in the world. You know what I'm saying? We do some dumb heathenness, Hellenistic, whatever the hell you want to call it, thing in the world. But now when we come out the world, me and this man can go out here unarmed. Try it if you want, though. We can do whatever we want and have nothing to worry about versus you brothers that's in the hood that need a Glock 9, 40, 45, you know what I mean? Y'all need all of that and niggas still die like some goddamn cowards.
Right.
You know why? And I know I'm in between right now. I'm in between brotherhood, LGBT, but at the end of the day, brotherhood is one-on-one with LGBT, and if you LGBT, you're a weak bastard because I show brotherhood, and then when I'm showing brotherhood, you're still a weak bastard because you're going to change if you up under this wing of the I.S.U.P.K. You know why? Because we show brotherhood, and if you're in the LGBT, you're a weak bastard, and sis, you're a sick, psychedelic piece of whore. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to tell you that because I'm showing brotherhood because I love you. I love you. Because I goddamn love you. Go ahead, keep going on.
Okay. Part of the problem may be lingering
distrust in the black community of the government sources of information and research.
Mm-hmm.
The historic Tuskegee syphilis.
Go down to how the HIV is spread among black. It's somewhere in paraphrase. You know how we talk. Okay.
Come on. How does HIV spread among black Americans?
Mm-hmm.
Unprotected sex.
Whoa! Hi-yo, Silver. Hey, everybody see him on. You know what I'm talking about, right? Thundercats.
Yeah.
Thundercats. Hi-yo. No. But yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Unprotected sex. Most black American men and women get HIV when they don't use a condom or protection when they have sex with a man.
Pause. So when it comes, look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Don't nobody want my wife. That's all I'm gonna say. And when I say don't nobody want my wife, don't nobody want my wife. Because all that stands and think the water, I'll say, ugh. That's how you should feel for any whore that puts another rod in her and she's trying to show attraction to you. Now I'm talking to me. Don't nobody want my wife. Trust me. Don't nobody want, I don't want his wife, and he don't want my wife like he really said he want my wife. Because it's not living and it's not the way you think it is, boss. That box been tampered with, and I'm not downgrading sister, but it been ran through by her husband. You don't want my wife. I love my wife. That's my baby. I fit her. She fit me. But when it comes to go ahead, it's Salakia. So you know what I'm saying, to all the slight years. But don't nobody want my wife, and I don't want nobody else's wife. Take that to heart. Take it to mind, and die behind it.
Right.
If you put your rod in that woman, you make sure no man want that wife. And sis, if you willing to die behind your husband, you make sure you never get that goddamn box up.
Right.
Because that box that you got in between your legs, if that man willing to go to the end of the road and hang on the end of the road, make sure no man and show and prove to that man he has nothing, he ain't got no chance with the man that you laying down with.
Right.
Cause mine, nah, you gonna find out. Fuck around and find out. In the words of Kazak, fuck around and find out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Find out. That's what you do.
Good.
I pray you understand. Go ahead.
Right.
Oh, I got them shades on, boy. Come on, guys. Just find out. Let me know when you got it. You find out. Find pleasure in finding out. Because I'm going to find pleasure in showing you, too.
It's less likely for a black man to get HIV from a woman.
It's less likely for a black man to get HIV from a woman.
Right.
It's less likely from a black man to get HIV from a woman. A woman.
Right.
Not distinct on nationality, but a woman. Go ahead, out.
Okay. And it's more likely for a black man than a white man to get HIV by having sex with men.
Pause. Damn. Now I'm about to break down that science to you, bro. Now we in the nitty gritty, in the nasty. You know why black men catch AIDS and HIV more than white men?
Right.
First off, I'm gonna go ahead and nip it in the bud for all you homosexual, lesbian, whatever. Because y'all say it's black culture, that's for one. Second thing, you don't have the number of European men in a penitentiary doing more time as far as a black man. You got black men going from a year and a half to 3 years to 5 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 24 to 25, 30, 40, 45, 56, goddamn 56 years, well 61 years. You got black men doing it in there. And because they're weak black men, they don't understand. You know what they say? It ain't nothing wrong in Kevin Gates' word coming out of Chicago. When a new nigga come here, I look in his mouth. I look at the nigga's lips. Booty. Like he look at his lips. So you got weak black brothers in here putting their rods in other men, European men, this and that, and you don't think they're gonna sit here and contract some type of disease. They're gonna contract this disease. You got something on me? On the monitor?
Okay.
I don't know what this means, but Marcus said, "Go Leo, go."
Hey Marcus, whatever go Leo go mean, hit me up in the inbox. 'Cause I'm scared to find out among the international news, nigga. Like, bro, go Leo go. That sounds like some goddamn Greco-Roman BS, some goddamn Greece. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. It might be some Assyrian.
You know what it's
But like I said, so when it comes to that, it's like you got more black men in the penitentiary than European men. And I see, but I don't understand. But I can see. Let me put it like this. Every man that's free had a desire or lust for a woman. To the point to where it's like, I don't care if she's overweight, disgusting look, or whatever. But on the flip side, I can see what their mentality is at. Not saying see what they're going through, but I can see what their mentality is at. But they go do what they do. I don't see what they go do what they do, but I understand. I see why they do what they do, which is still weak. And then they contract AIDS and HIV in the penitentiary in Tigers River over here in South Carolina, or Prison Perry, right? Goddamn 3-4 miles up the road, Perry. Or you go to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, Macon, Georgia, or whatever. I can see. Go ahead out.
Oh, that was good.
No. Go to the. No. Keep reading on that, cause it comes from the calls. It talk about needles. What?
That's like he said Thundercat.
Marcus, I heard you, bro. When it comes to HIV spread among black, it say something along the lines of. Hold on. It say something along the lines of needles and things like that.
Oh,
I definitely need that because that's a heavy impact and that's a heavy point.
injecting drugs.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Injecting drugs, sharing drug needles or syringes with someone who is infected with HIV is the second most common way black Americans get HIV.
He said the second most. But meanwhile, just because somebody has it, don't mean I'm clean body. That don't mean he can't contract it.
Right.
He might be allergic to a drug or whatever my blood is, or whatever my cell or my skin follicles is. He might be allergic and contract something. And back to the needles. Look back into the 80s, the crack epidemic. Look back into the crack epidemic.
Right.
You had a bunch of you had daddies dying and mothers sleeping and having illicit sex for crack. So when it talks to just about that needle, it comes from crack, it comes from heroin,
Right.
it comes from goddamn methadone, it comes from Xanax perks, it comes from goddamn, I ain't seen nobody do meth yet. You know, I ain't seen nobody do shrooms yet. It comes from Adderall, it comes from it comes from all type of stuff that people saying patent in their vein.
Right.
Patent in their vein. And that's a direct current. If anybody know about electric, direct current is straight here all the way out. Not an alternate current circling. It's an alternate current too. It's a direct current into your blood cell, and it's going to alternate current to somebody else's when you pass that needle along. And you know why Joe Biden is a piece of crap? Because he supports that. And out of all of that, Joe Biden put needles in the black community.
Right.
Obama said homosexuality is okay. This whoever this guy name is, funky donkey ass goddamn Carl Ulrich, they all make it seem as if homosexuality is okay. And guess what? Black Hispanics feel like ain't nothing wrong. They feel like there's nothing wrong. We can't do nothing wrong. We ain't living wrong. It ain't nothing doing. We ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what you're doing wrong? Everything. Everything. LGBT month, Kai. This is the second week. Second week, we couldn't blaze on them heathens because we know damn well them heathens shut us down.
Right.
We know them heathens shut us down. But you know the worst part of it in Greenville, South Carolina,
Right.
is that they let these nappy-headed niggas go out there. If they let them nappy-headed niggas go out there and speak the truth, something's going to happen. Something's going to goddamn happen.
Right.
And guess what? Not only me and the cuz, you got to be a certain sicko out of South Carolina or in the I.S.U.P.K. to know that you have a bounty on your head. It doesn't matter if it's from the black politicians, the LGBT, lesbian community. It doesn't matter if it's the KKK clan and all them, the Nazis, the kamikaze. It doesn't matter. You got to be a sicko to understand that you have a bounty each and every day that you wake up.
Right.
And you know the pleasure in knowing that I have a bounty on my head each and every day I wake up, cuz.
Right.
Is the fact that I could have been dead. Just like them Christians said. You know what I'm saying? You know the pleasure in it? Knowing the fact that when you're in the world, you think everybody hard body.
Right.
You come in the truth, the hardest body in is in the truth.
Right.
As of right now, all my niggas is alive. You are cowards. This right here, you and these two things right here, I'm gonna die behind. Yeah, I got three, but I can't pick. These two things right here, niggas die behind.
Damn right.
And you got niggers who ain't ish, niggas who don't know anything, niggas who just got done getting hung and have the audacity to say the C word with a capital CK, and ain't nobody doing nothing. Meanwhile, you love to oppress a daughter.
Damn
I
right.
heard you get that Isaiah 9:16. Mm-hmm. So we about to go ahead and close out. I got folks precept. Y'all go ahead and stay, you know what I'm saying, steadfast and everything like that.
This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
The leaders of these people cause us to err, like your whole, you know what I'm saying, your Carl Ulrich, TDJ, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Longfinger, Kurt Franklin, XYZ.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
And the same ones that want to listen to these nasty goddamn heathens are destroyed, man. You're a piece of dookie. You're dookie. You're dookie. Like, go outside in the backyard and clean up your dog crap without a bag and pick it up with your hand and put it in your pocket. That's what you are. And according to the law, that's how you feel about you. You're dookie. You're filth. You're crap. You're nasty. You stink. You stink. You're like a whore with no morals. With your post hanging out. Salagi. If y'all ain't catching this, so be it.
Damn, right.
Go ahead.
Next verse.
All right, go to Mark 12 and 30. And the only reason I'm telling you, Mark 12 and 30, the only reason I'm telling you is because I love y'all. I love y'all. And I'm pretty sure it's more easy to get hold to sisters than homosexual men, because homosexual men are beasts. They are animals. They're real life hogs, boars, gorillas, apes, hyenas. Like, they're filthy. They don't hear nothing other than, I want to put something in my butt. They're nasty. Like carrots, cucumbers, and goddamn Sasquatches. Or whatever that purple thing is.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is Mark 12 and 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
If you love the Lord with all your heart, you gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and put your rod in your pants and find your wife, or just stay celibate. Right. Sister, go ahead.
And with all that soul.
With all thy soul. And that goes far. Like, we don't lean on flesh. Right. That's all your soul. When you wake up, you make sure you do right. When you feel like you about to do wrong, you go get counsel. It don't matter what it is. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And with all thy mind.
And with all your mind, your heart is your mind. You should be waking up daily and say, how can I get off weed? How can I never smoke weed again?
Right.
Go ahead.
And with all thy strength.
And with all that strength, with a little ounce in your body, to where you feel like you can't go no longer. You calling on counsel, this and that, this and that, this and that, and you still willing to die and make it to the next day and fight even longer. That's your strength.
Right.
You want to smoke a goddamn blunt or a cigarette right now? What time it is? You know your curfew. Make it to your curfew. And when your curfew come up, I promise you in the morning, you're going to want it. And you know what you do? you fight and find other objectives to meet other than just smoking it. And you die again. What was Peter? Paul die daily?
Yeah, Paul.
Paul. Die daily. Die daily from having sex with whores. Die daily from smoking weed. Die daily from being a homosexual, whatever the brother like doing.
Right.
He died daily. You die daily, man. Die daily. And for that precept right there, that's a powerful precept because it leaves you, sis, and that brother no excuse for you to say, oh, I'm perfect. God know my heart. But that nigga died goddamn daily. 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 With all repercussions. Like, with all repercussions if he didn't die.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is the first commandment.
That's the first commandment. The first. Figure it out. That's it. Go to Jeremiah 10:2. Hey, for time's sake, we just gonna run through this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got anything, you know what I'm saying, make yourself known.
Jeremiah 10:2. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Stop putting. Look, man. We done brought it out in Greek and we brought it in Egypt. And I wasn't even biased. I looked up articles and everything started from actually Egypt and then went to Greece.
Right.
Follow not the way of the heathen. Put all these dumb behind zodiacs up, being homosexual, saying natural and this I'm born like this, and that. D-Wade someone born like that because he still look like a nephew.
Right.
He's still like a little brother. He's still like a goddamn brother.
Right.
If he was born like that, why the hell this nigga hair ain't long? That nigga wasn't born like that. Why his breast and his butt ain't protruding out? Nigga like me. He look like my little nephews. He look like my little brothers. Talking about I was born like, nigga, you weren't born like that. Your daddy's a bitch. That's what your daddy is. Your mother is too. And I mean all fours when it come to her. Go ahead.
Okay. And be not dismayed of the signs of heaven.
All right, we're gonna drop that. Go to Romans 4 and 15. Because this right here, y'all need to understand what the law do.
Romans 4 and 15. Because the law worketh wrath. For where no law is, there is no transgression.
Let me see. Somebody put in the chat. The law worketh wrath. What does that mean? If you got it, you know, Kyle, you know what I'm saying, or anybody else here, go ahead. But if you got it on there, the law worketh wrath. What that mean? And then I'm making y'all use your mind right now. So I'm not gonna answer it at all unless I know, you know what I'm saying, we had to drop it down. We already passed time, but y'all gonna work for this one. The law worketh wrath. Following law, statutes, and commandments work wrath. Wrath is destruction. Somebody got it? So well, I give y'all time. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes. And I'm gonna abbreviate that. The law worketh wrath. Wrath is destroying. If you follow the law, is it going to destroy you? The law worketh wrath. Answer that question. Anything? Give us some more time. Hey, all I have to do, read the whole precept.
Because the law worketh wrath. For where no law is, there is no transgression.
So when they say the law worketh wrath, what that mean?
For the law worketh wrath, that means it worketh destruction or punishment, right? So
For
yeah, come on. For there is no law, there is no punishment of the law, and there is no sin. So like it.
I'm sorry. Hey, this brother, I love this brother, man. He just funny. Hey, he just funny, y'all. Salaki, yo. He just naturally funny and don't know it. Salaki, man. Salaki. He said, sin. All right, go ahead. Salaki, this shit. Come on.
What I think it's saying is, I mean, I don't know, I might be wrong, but it's saying, I really don't know.
Go ahead, gun it down, man.
Alright, it's like,
You got it. Trust me. Go ahead.
I had it, but now I forgot.
We got 15 seconds left. Come on, just take a stab.
Alright, so if you don't if you
It's a milk scripture too. I learned it when I first came from the
I
truth.
don't know.
All right, go ahead. Start from the top.
Alright, come on. Because the law worketh wrath.
Okay, the law worketh wrath. Anybody who doesn't follow the law and they get caught up in not following the law is going to cause wrath. If you want to smoke cigarette, your wrath is getting cancer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the law worketh wrath, if you want to do whatever you want to do against the law, the Lord is going to continue to show a wrath, and the law is going to prove, like, you want to be a homosexual, now you got HIV. That's a wrath.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's destruction.
Right.
You know, that's woe. You know what I'm saying? Like the pastor, it's going to cause a wrath. You're going to end up like a TDJ Creflo Dollar. Go ahead.
Right. For where there is no law, for where no law is, there is no transgression.
So if there's no law there's no transgression. And if there's no transgression, that means you're not sinning. For you LGBT, a man can have a wife and go up in her behind. That's not against the law. But you know what against the law? When you want to stick your rod inside of another man. That's against the law.
Right.
Because you can even go to the precept of nothing in the bedroom undefiled, if you could, Bible Shop. You know, and I'm just speaking this for you nasty, filthy, sewage smelling bastards. You know, I'm just speaking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the rap, what is it? The law calls wrath, the wrath calls law.
Where there is no wrath.
The law calls
Because the law worketh wrath.
The law worketh wrath. So again, the way to sin is death, like trouble. The law worketh wrath. The law said you shouldn't sleep with a woman that's married, meaning sex is married, a man putting his rod in another woman. But since the law worketh wrath, and he wasn't open to that, he was a prime example for all of you that's listening right now. The wrath was when he put his rod in that woman and laid in there, that man came in there and boom, 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 boom. That's what the law do. That's wrath. Came in there smoking everything.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrath. That's the wrath of the Lord. And that's what the law does. Because you sleep with another man's wife, that's adultery. And if it's adultery, it's a sin.
Right.
And what sin is the wages of sin, or the value of sin is death. So when trouble went in there sleeping, nigga kicked in the door, down, 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 down. Just like homosexual Eddie Long going there sleeping with the boys in the office. The law work wrath. You going against the law, here's your wrath. You're gonna die. But if there's no let out.
Come. Oh, you want to read the message?
Mm-hmm.
Come. Hebrews 13:4.
All right, slide up. But if there's no law,
Because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression.
so if there ain't no law, for example, like there ain't no law behind me and Kazamar grabbing two of these swords You know what I'm saying? We practicing. There ain't no law. We ain't gonna die behind that. We just sharper than iron. You feel me?
Right.
We doing that. There ain't no law behind it. There ain't no sin. You know what I'm saying? We ain't killing each other. We actually training. But when it comes to a point of where I see Kai, we training, and I see Kai's sword drop down like this, and I would just want to kill him out of anger, yeah, that's a sin. That's a transgression. Because I'm killing my brother out of cold blood. And in America, after I do that, guess what happened? You got a one dumb nigger that went down with murder, and you got another dumb nigga that's dead.
Right.
That's it, everything?
Oh, on that verse, yeah,
All right. I.S.U.P.K. security announcement. We are Salakia. We all started, Salakia. I'm all over the place right now. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for brother and sister. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months.
Right.
They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry. You must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6. Let me start from the top. Salaki, y'all. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'asher. 10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you. 10% of every increase that the Lord gives you. It doesn't matter if you're a man and a woman, man with the woman, or man with the woman with the man. 10% of whatever y'all give. You know what I'm saying? 10-10. That's how it is. If you make $100, $50. I mean, it's like it, $10. If you make goddamn $1,000, $100. Period. 10% of every penny of the Lord gives you. Get to the treasury department or teacher. Preach fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upholding convocation. Upholding convocation. Memorial of blowing of the trumpet. Memorial of blowing of the trumpet. First day, 7th month. Sunday, 25th September 2022. Leviticus 23:24-25. Reminder the occupant Agua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Madin Shabbat, Madin, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Barakatah, Yamatah. And with that,